that like, share, subscribe button for me. Join the VSOP Club. Hit that notification bell. Turn on all post notifications for me. Sorry about that beeping noise. Just took off the seatbelt. It's been a minute. I have been filming, guys. I just haven't been dropping videos. Been kind of busy behind the scenes. As I told you guys, there's another car that's coming to this channel pretty soon. Already took delivery of the car. I didn't get to film that video. That was a planned video. I didn't get to film that video how I wanted to film it because the delivery process got kind of crazy. So, you know, that one unfortunately didn't really go as planned. So I didn't really get video of that. But today, I really wanted to talk about Maserati, Mercedes, BMW, Audi. I often hear these brands compared to each other. A lot of people make the jump from Audi or Mercedes to Maserati, or from BMW to Maserati. There's a lot of people that make the jump from Mercedes to Maserati. So I am one of those people, and I wanted to really dive into guys who are looking for AMG cars, or looking at M cars, or S-Line, RS-Line cars, why you should actually consider skipping AMG and S-Line, RS-Line cars, and go for a Gran Turismo. So, the Gran Turismo, Quattroporte, even a Ghibli, you know. And here's why, okay? Coming from a Benz, I didn't get an AMG car, okay? I like the AMG cars, love the AMG cars. I love the way they're engineered. I love the way they look, especially the early 2000s ones, the early 90s, pre-mergers, of course. I'm very much into that stuff, you know, as you guys know if you watch the channel. So, I'm very much into AMGs, even M cars. There's, you know, a lot of the 90s M cars I like more than the newer ones. You know, 90s, late 80s, you know, that era. Audis, I'm into more the late 2000s, early 2000s ones. You know, late 90s, you know, the boxy look. You know, I like those cars. You know, so I'm like a lot of you guys, okay, that you know, you don't have maybe the AMG car yet, or I was like a lot of you guys didn't have the AMG car yet, the M car, the RS, the S-Line cars, okay? And I was thinking about going into that world. So, you know, unless you're buying, I would say, you know, something like an AMG GT, or, you know, something small like that, you know, that probably wouldn't apply to this conversation, but anything else really kind of does. C classes, E classes, S classes, SLs, CLs, S class coupe, whatever, you know, in that field, okay. You know, the same for the M cars, 5 Series, 3 Series, 7 Series, well, no 7 Series, but Alpina, you know, 7 Series. The RS line cars, God, getting old now. You know, okay, so, God, I can't even remember wow, what are the RS cars called? What are the Audi cars called? Oh man, don't hit me for that one, guys, but, guys, you know what I'm talking about. So, still drawing a blank. Okay. So, all right, if you're thinking about buying one of those cars, you should really take a look at a Maserati. And here's why. A lot of those cars, they're high horsepower cars, yes. Okay. A lot of you guys might go on a track. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to, maybe once or twice. I don't know. You know, if you're not a guy that goes to the track, okay, you're not a religious track. You don't have to go to the track and all of that. Okay, you're not that guy. Now, I live in New York. There's not really, in Long Island, there's no tracks around me. Okay, they had one out in Calverton that just came back, I think 2 years ago. When I was in high school, college, there was no track around it. So, you know, if you're like me, you know, you're not used to having a track to go into a track. Now, even if you do go to the track, okay, now the Gran Turismo isn't a track car. Masterminds aren't track cars, except for maybe the Grands, maybe, you know, which it is, you know, but yeah. So anyway, okay, what I want to say is, you should try taking a look at Maseratis because of most of us, I think, want AMGs or want M's or want S-Line cars or S-Line cars because of the sound mainly. Because you can't put down, you're not putting down 4, 5, 6, 700 horsepower, okay, and you're gonna have your license for too long. It's just not gonna happen, you know. For all you guys who think that, oh, that's not gonna happen to me, that's happened to me. I was one of those people who thought that, you know, not even thought that I would never lose it, but never thought about it, you know. So once I did lose it, like, you know, I became a lot more conscious of, you know, how much of how big having a license is. You know, when you got a car and it's sitting there and you can't drive it, or you got to take the bus, you know, to get somewhere, or you got to get a ride to get somewhere, or take a cab to get somewhere. It's not a good feeling, you know. And you have a car sitting there, like, it's not a good feeling. So I've been there, you know. But what I want to say is, for a lot of you guys, it's like, you know, a lot of you guys are buying a car for the sound because you can't put that power down on the street, whether you realize it or not. Okay. Now it sounds crazy that we're paying all this money for cars just to have a sound. Okay. No, but it is what it is. Let's just call it what it is, right? In New York, you can't go over, what, 55, 60 miles an hour, really, and not go, you know, not have a hard day, right? So with Maseratis, to me, you get, now they're more expensive new, okay? I think overall, okay, but some of the prices are similar, okay, new. Now, if you want to go on the used market, here's what I'm saying. A lot of you guys should take a look, because Maseratis have that sound out of the box, okay, on the low end that you're looking for. You know, they, I don't really believe that there is a better sounding V8 on the road. I'm sorry, okay? We can go through any car brand, stock. Put it in the comment section what you think sounds better stock, for the money that you can get this car at. I don't see it. Yeah, Lexus LFAs, that car is a beautiful sound. Look how much a Lexus LFA costs. Okay, and most people aren't buying Lexus LFAs because they're in Lamborghini territory. And while we love the way the Lexus LFA sounds, it does not look the greatest. You know, it did not age well. You know, to me, that's just my opinion. Okay, but this is, I believe, why you don't see that many of them running around. And you see, you know, I don't know if I've ever seen a Lexus LFA on the street, but I've seen other cars that cost that much money. Okay, so I gotta say, why are people not picking that car? You know, so Lexus runs forever, right? We all know Lexus has reliability. Why are people not picking it? But regardless, we're going on a tangent. If you can show me a car for this amount of money, what a Gran Turismo goes for in the used market, that sounds as good as a Gran Turismo, I mean, I don't know what else there is. The other cars that notably sound good, Jaguar F-Type, that car is another car you guys should maybe take a look at. I took a look at the F-Type. Size-wise, it just wasn't great for me. I'm on the taller side. It was not a great look for me. So, you know, another car that sounds good. And I don't know stock, how a Hellcat sounds stock. I know a lot of people straight pipe Hellcats, do muffler deletes on Hellcats, you know, all of that, resonate, all of that, you know. So, you know, I'm not sure how a Hellcat sounds stock, but I would assume, I don't know. You know, you guys put in the comment section what you think of Hellcat. I haven't heard anybody say, when they talk about the greatest V8 exhaust stock from the factory, mention a Hellcat. You know, now when you take, you know, you do exhaust work on a Hellcat, then yeah, you know, but I've never heard anybody out the box say that a Hellcat had a great sounding exhaust. I've never heard that. The most great, notable sounding exhaust out the box you know, that weren't super limited cars and super, like even a Porsche GT3. I like the Porsche GT3, but I don't really consider that like an AMG. It's more of a special niche kind of car, and I don't know how to say it. It's not a car you would see every day because nobody would drive it every day. They're very hard to obtain if you find one. When I'm talking about, more so something that you would want to drive, more so than that. GT3s and a lot of that. Those become collector cars, garage queens, warehouse queens. Collector queens, warehouse queens. So, cars like that. Okay. A Black Series SL, a Black Series CLK. These aren't really common cars. These are very limited production numbered cars. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like a car you can more so generally walk in and buy, or walk into a dealership. Maybe you have a little wait now, but generally you can get the car. Okay, I'm not talking about something that's super limited. Like you can still walk into an Aston Martin dealer and buy an Aston Martin. You can, I think most base model Porsches at a crazy point right now. So you really gotta put an asterisk next to them right now, because they're just at a crazy point with their company. They went from almost being bankrupt to now their cars are like they can't build enough of them. So Porsche's in its own special category. Once they get through all of that, then you can really bring Porsche back into the fold of a conversation. But like Mercedes, how you can go in and order, virtually any AMG unless it's super, super limited, right? BMW, the same thing. Cars like that, okay? Now they don't make the Gran Turismo anymore, so now you can, they maybe probably put a little asterisk next to this. But, my point is, okay, that if you guys are looking at AMGs, you guys are looking at M cars, S-Line, RS-Line cars, you guys should take a look at Maseratis now. Money-wise, I really don't think you can beat the car for money. The Gran Turismo 13s and up, you go on the farms, they are